Eagles rookie camp has officially begun, and Jalen Carter is reportedly in incredible shape. Nick Foles was just released. There's going to be a conversation about that. And Philadelphia has a new Agent Zero. I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here. Welcome to the Thomas Mott Show on a Saturday. We're so close to 12,000 subscribers here on the Thomas Mott Show. If you like the channel, thumbs up and hit that red button down below. Let's jump into Eagles Rookie Minicamp, which is officially underway. So the actual draft picks, the undrafted free agents, and then, of course, people who are brought in for essentially tryouts are all at the NovaCare Complex working out. The biggest news, though, of course, is that Jalen Carter did show up in much better shape than the rumored disaster that happened at his pro day. Remember back to his pro day whenever he apparently was, too big and too slow and a little bit winded and out of shape? That seems to be a thing of the past. We'll have this report from NBCSports.com. Quote, it raised the red flag when defensive tackle Jalen Carter showed up to his pro day on March 9th, 9 pounds heavier than he was at the combine and struggled to finish position drills. Did Carter show up to Eagles rookie camp in better shape? He said he did. Quote, oh yeah, for sure, the first round pick said on Friday. I made sure conditioning level is a lot higher. Was it really? Prior to tell from very light practice as the Eagles kicked off rookie camp on Friday afternoon at the NovaCare Complex. When asked about Carter's conditioning level, Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni spoke instead about the entire group of rookies. He said none of them are in a condition to play a game right now, and that's not what camp is about, end quote. And so there's a little bit of, not necessarily clarity in terms of the conditioning situation, but Carter himself said it and said, yeah, I'm in much better shape, and he got ready for conditioning. He seems like he's going to be just fine. He's going to be a pro's pro. He's going to go out there and do what he's supposed to do, and he's not going to let this football team down. And so while we don't have an official word on just how fast he looks and is he winded or not, it's just rookie minicamp. Like, they're more working out and learning how to study film versus, running wind sprints and playing all 4 quarters of an NFL football game. So overall, though, everything that I've heard is that it's been pretty good. The punter, Ty Zentner, looks pretty darn good in terms of his leg, but overall, it looks like it's going to be a solid rookie minicamp. Very curious to see who we can pull from this minicamp in terms of actually be competitive on the roster. Nick Sirianni mentioned they were kind of trying to find the next Adam Thielen, who was undrafted and basically had to try out for the Vikings and turned into a Pro Bowl receiver. Okay, let's go over here quickly to some of the draft picks who have had their numbers added on. We now have the full list here. We had me to show yesterday, and I missed this because I filmed the show early. Jalen Carter will wear number 98, Nolan Smith number 3, both of which are great. Tyler Steen is 56, Sidney Brown is 43, Ringo is 37, Tanner McKee is 10, and Moro Ojomo is 72. AndreSwift is going to be rocking the Agent Zero number. Marcus Mariota goes to 8, Lomas Zaccheaus is 13, Rashad Penny is 23, Terrell Edmonds is 26, Justin Evans is 30, Grady Williams is 38, Nicholas Morrow 41, and Kentavious Street is 97. Now, out of all of those, the one we're all focusing in on is the Agent Zero look here from AndreSwift. This is cold. This is really good. I mean, this is fantastic. Would you rock this jersey? Let me know what you guys think about the jersey number and, of course, the jersey look. I think Zero coming back to the NFL is fantastic. I mean, Philadelphia themselves are the ones to propose that rule change. So thumbs up for Agent Zero. Let me know if you guys are interested in buying a AndreSwift jersey. I think they look pretty darn good. Okay, I want to quickly go over to this tweet from Tiffany Pays. This is pretty crazy. Remember the offseason where essentially everyone was saying the Eagles were about to lose all their star players, and after you lose a Super Bowl or even go to a Super Bowl, the great purge happens and you're not the same overall team. Look what Howie Roseman was able to do in terms of everyone who left, who he replaced them with, right? Hargrave replaced with Carter. Dillard replaced with Steen. Samala replaced with Jurgens. Gardner Johnson replaced with Brown. Edwards replaced with Dean. Sanders replaced with Swift. Epps replaced with Edmonds. White replaced with Morrow. Minshew, Mariota. Pascal, Zaccheaus. They lost $218 million. They replaced it with $55.4 million, and overall great value for Philadelphia. We talked about, obviously, how great this offseason was ad nauseum here on the Thomas Mott Show, but how can you not love seeing a replacement for everybody? I mean, literally everybody either had somebody waiting in the wings, like Jurgens or Nakobe Dean, or they went out and drafted them, like Jalen Carter, or they went ahead and traded for them, like AndreSwift. I mean, this was a masterclass by Howie Roseman, and truly is an indication of just how great he has been overall this offseason. I am pumped to see what these guys look like, and I think we're going to get a pretty good look pretty darn soon as we're going to get close to training camp here. I mean, you got to get through the month of June, you get into July, and things start getting really crazy. Thumbs up for the start of training camp. It's going to be a wild, wild time in the world of Philadelphia, and I absolutely cannot wait. Okay, final story here quickly. I want to go ahead and mention that Nick Foles was released by the Colts today. Anytime Nick Foles is in the news, we at least need to bring it up. Now, I'm going to stop you right there. They're not going to go sign Nick Foles. They have plenty of quarterbacks, as we'll talk about in a second, but it kind of makes you reminisce about Nick Foles obviously being that Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Eagles. Bleeding Green Nation has the write-up here. Quote, this news hardly comes as a surprise. Indy stood to clear $2.1 million in cap space compared to $1.5 million in dead money by cutting Foles. He was expendable after they added their veteran Minshew to help groom their potential quarterback of the future, Anthony Richardson. So what's next for the Eagles Super Bowl MVP? Is he going to wind up back in Philly? Sure doesn't seem like it. The Birds already signed Marcus Mariota to be Jalen Hurts' primary backup. They also drafted Tanner McKee to compete with Ian Book for the QB3 job, and they did this all knowing Foles was eventually going to be available. As if this move wasn't already inevitable, I'm sure the Eagles could have asked former offensive coordinator Shane Steichen if the Colts planned on cutting BDN and quote. Now, he is 34 years old. We forget Nick Foles is actually pretty old. I mean, drafted, I don't even remember what year he was drafted. It was a long, long time ago, but he, of course, is a Philadelphia legend, one of the only players to have an actual statue outside the link. It's incredible. I've seen it in person, but I have no interest in Nick Foles coming back to Philadelphia, mainly due to the drama it would create, just because people are unable to get that legendary postseason run out of their mind if massive if Jalen Hurts were to struggle in a couple of games. People would be like, oh my gosh, put Nick back in. He can run this offense with all these weapons, and it would be a disaster. It was always the issue with Carson Wentz. He had people breathing down his neck, and even though Wentz had other issues than just that, it still was a problem. Jalen Hurts has no competition right now. No one's going to be calling for Marcus Mariota to come in and take over if Jalen Hurts were to struggle a little bit. Tanner McKee is not going to be your savior, and so I have no interest in bringing in any sort of drama, even though Nick Foles is the least dramatic person in the world. He is an absolutely stand-up, incredible person, and I wish him all the best. I wonder if it does mean that he's going to go ahead and retire. His best chance was really to be with Frank Reich and the Colts organization, and that never really turned out to work, even though the Colts quarterback situation pre-Anthony Richardson has been a mess and was a mess whenever he was there. So best of luck there, Nick. You will always be remembered for what you did in Super Bowl 52. The towel behind me, yeah, that's the one that you won, and we always appreciate you. Thumbs up for Nick Foles, and happy trails to wherever him, his wife, and I think his son end up going as well. Okay, plenty more stuff happening next week. I think we'll get more reports from Rookie Minicamp, and we need to start breaking down this roster, looking at position battles, looking at winners and losers post-draft, looking at what to look ahead for in terms of training camp to get you ready and keep you occupied all offseason long, because even though the Eagles technically aren't doing anything right now, at least the veterans aren't, we're going to be doing tons of stuff here on the Thomas Mott Show. So if you like it, thumbs up. If you appreciate the content we go ahead and put out, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. I think about 48% of people who watch my channel are not subscribed, meaning we could get to 20,000 subs pretty darn quickly if you guys go ahead and hit that red button. So I would greatly appreciate it, and hopefully you guys enjoy all the content as usual. Have a great and happy Saturday. We will see you guys in the next one. I'm Thomas Mott. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.